or some big heavyweight guy, and he's just like there, not just offering up his skills and knowledge, but like, talk is cheap. Like he's trying to show him like with his hands.
Yeah.
And so he really like sacrifices his body as part of his coaching job. It's not like
Yeah.
some other sports, like in striking, they wouldn't expect you to spar them. Right?
Yeah.
You bring the guy in,
Yep.
you maybe hold mitts for him,
Yep.
which can be physical too.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely in jiu-jitsu, it's one of those where you kind of, when you're giving it everything to a student, somebody you're really, really trying to help them reach higher and higher levels, like they start, hitting you with the stuff you've been showing them. They start hurting you more based on the knowledge transfer that's occurring. And you start sacrificing your body almost as a coach.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna show you some tricks, but I'm not gonna show you all my tricks. I gotta keep something for myself. Especially those big guys. I got his Grandview. He's a quarterback at Grandview right now, but I swear the son of a bitch is 225 pounds, just like jacked, and he can jump high, he can run fast, he can do all that stuff, and the thing that makes him scary is he doesn't understand martial arts yet. A big strong man that can throw 180 guy around, like that's some scary stuff. So you don't just let him go train with one of your students. You don't just let him go over there and potentially hurt them. What I try and do is, when there's a bigger guy in there, why don't you come on over here and we'll get going a little bit, and I'll kind of talk to him a little bit as we're going, right? Remember, you don't have to force anything. We're not slamming each other. We're not doing anything like this. Let's work on our technique for this hour, and I'll just slowly just try and get this message to them to slow them down, because when people first come in the gym, here we go. All right, here we go. It's time to go.
Some of those young, like, geared up athletes, like, well, not geared up like on gear, but I mean, like, some of those young, just athletes that are really
football players,
the pace on. Like, there's a the process of breaking them down over time. Of like, first you kind of let them hit their head against the wall, doing it the wrong way. Then you kind of slowly, you start to teach them about the gentle art, and even if it's striking and MMA, like, there's a gentle art to it, to where they're understanding it's not just Hulk smash. We don't just go out there and do Hulk smash.
Yeah, for sure. But also at the same time, I say, don't ever forget this. Don't ever forget that Hulk is still in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you just got to be in control of Bruce Banner. Right? That's all it is. There's a time and a place for it, and right here on the mat with your friends, your teammates, is not the time. So learn. And then you want a live round, I'll give you a live round at the end, and just see where it's going. And then with the striking thing, like I'll spar guys that come in. I'm not sparring the young 18-year-olds and but the guys that want to fight and they've been around. I'll spar with them.
Where you can kind of trust them.
Yeah, and
you gotta trust them even more, I think, in a striking sparring situation. Because you have to pull the punch back a little bit.
Are we gonna spar? Or are we gonna fight? And that's my next. That was my next thing. I'll adjust to your speed. And I just know that I can tell by the way they're throwing their punches if they want to spar or if they want to fight. So as soon as I get that feeling, or I feel how these punches are coming, and it's like, all right, two options. Are we going to spar, or do you want to fight? And, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, I'll throw as hard as you are throwing if you want. And then they're like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't realize. It's like, and that's the issue right there. We need to realize what we're doing here. And, once I say that to them once or twice, it's so much better. They learn so much faster, and
they probably just think they can't hurt you because they thought you're Superman. How am I gonna hurt
stop?
you?
No, it ain't.
They probably think this isn't. You can dodge a bullet, dodge a punch.
Well,
dodge a wrench.
Yeah, that too. No, I'm just like I'm
true,
trying to do my job like incognito, like not let these guys fuck up those guys. And I'm trying to give them this message in front of saying, hey, dude, you can't do this in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, let's be good. And
it's actually smart.
Send you
out.
out.
Maybe I should do this every once in a while, but I had a gym I used to be at where it was just the culture of the gym where when it was time for sparring after class, jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
it would be, they would pick every matchup. They would just
Oh,
pick every. They would just go and down the line, and they would just pick every
you
matchup.
go there.
And it was just
You go
normal.
there.
It's how it always went.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, those two need to go. Oh, I haven't seen these ones go.
Mm-hmm.
Those two go." Or
Yeah.
this guy could benefit from that.
Yeah.
They would just match them all, which I don't think I'm a proponent of doing that every single time, but I just think it's a
Yeah.
neat.
It is
goal.
general, kind of general on the floor, putting your pieces where you want them to be.
Yeah.
So
That way you're still coaching. You're kind of coaching the next part of their training.
So with this whole, the community being open to, cross training and things like that, I've had, quite a few guys from other gyms come to our striking nights and sparring and things like that. And, right there being, in charge of the floor, we got guys from one gym, coming to train, but, well, his teammate is fighting one of our guys. Or, we just can't have these guys training together. So, hey, why don't you go over on this side, you go on this side, pretend like you don't even see each other. Don't take anything back to this person or that person.
Yeah, sure.
Let's just, and I had to do that yesterday. It's like, oh shit. They touched gloves and I was like, whoa, hey, you go here. Why don't you come over here, get ready, go. And then I got a message today from the guy saying, hey, is everything okay? Did I do anything? I was like, no, this guy's just fighting one of your teammates, and I just would rather you guys not spar. I don't think you're going to take anything back to him saying, oh, he does this or he does that, but just in the, I guess, fair game, being fair.
Yeah, it's kind of
with
like it's kind of like cross train all you want, but I do kind of like that, and I kind of abide by that, consciously or unconsciously. Like, if you do start to then match up with some of the people locally, then just give it some space because you're going to be working on your strategy for that fight for a little bit.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And, as the coach, but more importantly, as the promoter to the show, I wanted to keep them separate because I don't want any negative feelings or, well, he was here and he said that he did this and what are you trying to do? And it's like,
It's like we're cross training, we're not cross scouting.
Right. Yeah.
Got to make a little bit of a distinction there.
And, and I say something to him and it's okay. I totally understand. No problem. So it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal at all. No problem. Maybe I made it a big deal, but.
No, it's good, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Micromanage it. Well, like I was saying, they used to, like the one I went to, they picked every single matchup. So they were super micromanaged.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never thought anything weird about it. That was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. Even when
so I'd be like, who am I getting matched up with?
Yeah.
Like now I got to go around and find somebody. Like,
come on.
I'm going to roll with.
I'm open. I'm free.
Yeah, raise my hand. Ask for a white belt.
Yeah,
white belts only.
White belts only. Please.
I hurt my shoulder.
Yeah. So. Oh, gosh. Yeah,
Blues and below.
White belts are dangerous.
155 pounds, blue belts and below. Bring them on.
Yeah.
Kids class.
There you go. Do you help out with kids class?
I never take it easy on the kids.
Do you help out with the kids class there? Or
rarely.
Do you run,
mainly Phil, Troy, Dan, and some other folks we've had helping with the kids class. Wow. But that's been growing there since it got started back up recently.
Yeah.
It's been like fast growing.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of students also at No Coast at kids. You guys have the kids program. Henzo's just started a kids program. So
kids everywhere.
Someday we're just gonna be sitting around watching them all run all this whole community that we've built and set up. They're gonna be owning the gyms and running the events and competing and coaching and doing all that. But there's a huge generation coming up around here too.
Yeah.
And they all get to benefit from all the kind of cross training and the cool community that we all got to kind of watch happen. And like you say, we get to do this. Like this is a good time. Like I love, just that I get to hang out and train with savages like you and other people. Like I'm so lucky. Like that's crazy. We get to do that.
Yeah.
I'm taking that from like what you said and like the motivation for you fighting now. Like you get to do it. Like it's really like a privilege that we have to just be alive, but definitely to be able to train, and a huge part of my life just being able to have other tough dudes around that push them, and you're one of those dudes.
Cool.
And
Thanks,
definitely
man.
think people should check out Absolute MMA,
I
your
appreciate
gym.
that.
I think that's a sweet facility, and your fight's coming up August 5th. If you're a fight fan
Yeah,
in the state or even in the Midwest, like,
Yeah.
you should be at this show.
gotta get there.
This is your second card, and it's ridiculous that you're
Mm.
already putting on this stacked of a card, and it's because people want to support you,
Yeah,
and they like
man.
you.
That's awesome.
And everybody I talk to thinks you're a cool guy, so
Thank
I'm gonna see
you.
if I can make you blush and like let you
Shit,
know that.
man, come on.
And we all want what's best for you, and we're
Thank
seeing
you,
good
man.
things out of you, and we're fucking loving it, and we're here to support you. So.
Good. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. And everybody that's, helping out in this whole journey, I couldn't do without without them. I got to thank my wife. She doesn't get enough credit for these things. My kids for putting up with me, and then, I'm just, I feel like, I'm doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing, and we're moving forward, and we're giving these guys a place to compete and come back to the shop. So this is full circle for me. This is what I want to do. This is where it's at.
It's amazing. You're reaping what you were part of sowing, and from the bar scene to now having it treated at the professional level that you treat it. It's amazing. So thanks for contributing. The Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu community, like the local fight scene, would not be the same without you. You're a huge part of that. So thanks for being on the podcast too, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
Yep, that was good.